Hello, Kimara Hashiv and Jewish Mr. Joseph and Alaba. Hi, I'm Joseph in Scotland, and I've been posting in the last few days some YouTube shorts. Okay, and as well as that, I've been doing some reflections on my blog. The first one here is from yesterday. It says Oren Namara, Song of the Sea. And it's encouraging you to look at your thoughts about the sea. So if you haven't seen these, please do go over to my website at josephmctaggart.com and have a little look, because it introduces you to a new Gaelic phrase or a Gaelic word, and then it has a little reflection of the day. Okay, here's one for dawn, Shean and La, the coming of the day. And I just want to go over one of these with you today, which I did a few days ago, and it's called um, Karstjes. Okay, and that just means friendship in Gaelic. Okay, so let me just read through what I've written here. And if you want to go to my blog and sign up for these or to have a look at the others, you can. It says here, some people think of Gaels as having a very close communal existence. From my experience, that isn't the case. In fact, many people live in places where there aren't many neighbours. Also, in Scottish culture, people can be very proud. They don't like to admit that they might feel lonely or alone. Also, you might not know that more people live in the city of London than the entire population of Scotland. And then I'm asking what this word Karstjes means to you. What does friendship mean to you? And what words in Gaelic describe how you feel today? And I'm asking you to make simple sentences with these words and do your own research to find more. And I've written some examples here. Tolische, happy, and you today, Hami, I am, Ha'e and Ha'i, in order to get you to practice. So the purpose of doing these little reflections every day is to encourage you to try to channel your inner Gael. As I was mentioning last week, in this section of my website here, I was saying that if you really want to learn Gaelic, what you need to be doing is understanding that Gaelic is not just about the language, but you need to be accepting some kind of Gaelic identity. And you do that by overcoming psychological blocks, rewriting limiting beliefs, looking at identity, journaling, and maybe even getting into something which was or is stereotypically Gaelic. And what I mean by that is taking up music or perhaps storytelling, which is a big Gaelic thing, as you know, but it's about shifting your perspective and making Gaelic a living presence in your life, as we've discussed before. So this is just something for you to think about. But this idea of taking Gaelic words and reflecting on them and meditating on them is why I'm doing these little reflections on most days of the week. Let's look at yesterday's, which was Oren Namara, Song of the Sea. And what comes to your mind when you think of Song of the Sea? For some people, it might be the noise, the tide, the storms of the calm lapping of the waves onto the beach. For other people, it might be the mystical calling of the sea, how we can stand for hours on a nice day staring at it and listening. Before the days of caring for the environment, it was fairly common for children in rural areas to write letters, put them in a bottle, and throw the bottles into the sea, hoping somebody would see it and read it. There are stories of friendships and even marriages which started this way. And that's not just a Gaelic thing. That happens, I think, in many places around the UK. And I'm just saying here, for me, it reminds me of Catholic devotions to the Virgin Mary, Mura in Gaelic, like the Star of the Sea or the Song of Bernadette, the divine female who brings peace to our unconscious, especially if we see the sea as giving birth to nature and feeding the planets. And there's a few questions there. What's your song? How would you describe Oren Namara, Song of the Sea? What does it mean to you? Is it religious or something more mystical and unexplainable? Try to find 10 Gaelic adjectives that might help define it. So I'm really just trying to get you to get in touch with your inner Gaeldom, to try to begin to either take up a practice of storytelling, reflecting, journaling, and I'm doing these little things, these prompts to try to help you to do that. So yesterday was Oren Namara, and we've also had Jin and La, Coming of the Day, um, Karstjes, Friendship. There's many. There's many. I think in this one I'm talking about my grandmother and her belief in the Banshee, the fairy woman who brings the news of death. She had a strong belief in that, but yet she also had her rosary, and she was very happy going to the church every week. So in these days, we're asked to be divisive. We're asked to side. We like one person, one politician, but not another. But this story here is to try to get you to accept the idea that we don't have to be so black and white. We just are. Lots of things for you to think about. So do come over and please have a look at my reflections. And at the same time, you'll be learning some Gaelic words and hopefully learning a little bit more about Gaelic life as well. All right, that's it from me. Have a wonderful day. Chiri and Razda.